Hi, Hour Two. How are you? Good to see
What's
you.
up, Hour Two? Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So the play call, 11 gun. Good job, Emilio. You're the man. I can't believe you of all people are the responsible one on this show. It's unbelievable.
Right.
11 gun, 118 pony, Y flex, F dummy right. It's going to be a fake pitch, 43 zone. So again, 11 gun, 118 pony, Y flex, F dummy right, 43 zone. You guys are going, what's the four, Clayton? What's the four? When you've got a four in the play call with a running play, it's your right halfback. So if you've got a split backfield, now listen, we all know that our boy Jaden Reed is the flyer, right? So he most of the time you just call him the F. We're just going to show you a situation where if these were two running backs, that right halfback would represent the four. Okay, so it's 43 zone. He's actually going to cut back 44, and you'll see why here in a minute. The way this whole line moves to the left is really remarkable. So with the F dummy right, they're going to fake a pitch. So what's going to happen is Jaden Reed is going to dummy out and then do a little orbit, and they're going to fake the pitch to him. And these guys are really going to sell it. They're going to act like they're blocking over here, okay? And what's going to happen is it's going to be a 43 zone run. So again, 4, the right halfback, 3 would be the B gap left, okay? A gap's 1 because you're going odd numbers to the left. So it'd be A gap 1, B gap 3. So the run is designed right here. Now, what you're going to notice is everybody blocking down, man. This is kind of that angle block, that traditional zone blocking scheme. Watch how far. It was designed for a 43 zone. He cuts it back to what would be a 44. All right. And what that 4 is would be the B gap, the outside of the guard's hip on this play. No, the outside of the tackle's hip. Look how far they move on this play. Watch the fake pitch, right? And listen, I'm not saying anybody bought the sugar there, but that was the play that was designed right there. Was they were trying to get him to freeze with the little fake pitch, face swing, whatever you want to call it. And wait till you see the box cam, but I really want you to key in on it. Look at our boy Zach Tom still off that inside right there, man.
Here's the guy.
You know, see him cut off of the guard, so it was the guard's hip. So that would have been 40, cutback 42, wasn't it, Emilio? Am I thinking right?
Looked like it.
Yes.
But beautiful design. I mean, we talk about all the time, the running back's going to cross the face of the quarterback 90% of the time, but what's always possible and open is those cutback lanes. You just have to have a running back that's going to see it. And Josh Jacobs is very skilled at that.
Yeah. And the big thing here is Zach Tom, just just take a second and appreciate Zach Tom's footwork. All right. Watch Zach Tom's footwork. Inside square up, bang. Look at that lane. And again, look at the guard over here on this side, right? So this is your left guard, okay? The only one that gets beat is Rasheed, poor guy. He got beat like a drum. But you see everybody blocking over. This is your right guards all the way on this side of the field, and that cutback lane for Josh Jacobs. You could drive a truck to the Super Bowl through that thing. Look at that. And then again, making that just the body control, the lean here to make 44 or 35 miss. Is that 35?
Yeah. And I think what he did was roll that back a little bit more. He gets 35 to suck in. He gets 35 to come in at the gap. That's where Meyer is able to get a hand on him. Say, pass him off here. So then 35 is coming down. Whoop, then I put my foot in the ground, and I'm out of there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. So, again, he's going to put his foot in the ground like he's going to stay with the original
Right,
hold.
I'm going. Oh, thank you.
And then right here, watch this lean. Just lean out just a touch, right?
Yep.
Make a miss. Now we're off to the races.
Good work by Nacho Libre on that play, too.
Yeah. Look at Dobby up there, too. His guy didn't make the tackle, did he? Look at Dobbs. Dobbs still over selling the route. He's going to kick in and get a little something right there. So, great run there. What's that?
I said he said, I didn't do anything first down. I'm sorry.
Exactly. All right. So again, that was a 27-yard run, another explosive. Houston still leads 19-14. Third quarter later, that drive, 7:25 left, second and goal play. This is at Houston's 8-yard line. This is the Josh Jacobs 8-yard touchdown catch on the screenplay. The play call is 11 gun, tray left, T screen, solo G. All right. Now you heard something on the telecast or on Football Night in America or something. What was you talking about the other night, Emilio?
Oh, it was on NBC Sunday night. They were talking. I think it was Jason Garrett. What did he say?
Bogart screen, right? Ain't that what he said?
Bogart screen, yeah. And I was trying to figure out what he was talking about, but
Yeah, ask me what I ate for dinner. I couldn't tell you, but I remember he said Bogart screen.
yeah, exactly.
The way that works. Ask Mandy. She'll confirm that. So what we're going to do here is just a solo G. So the guard is going to be the only guy. You know, normally on a screen pass, the running back will kind of sit and then he'll get out here. And when he gets out, you'll typically have, it might be the center get out. It might be the center and the guard, or it might be, you know, you might have the guard and the tackle get out here and the running back looking to get back in on the sidewalk on the screen, right? In this case, it's just going to be one guy. It's going to be Nacho Libre out here throwing a lead block, screen pass. And what do I got just randomly playing? I got sound just automatically kicking on. Unbelievable. So what you're going to notice too is, I apologize, Greta. You're going to notice the guard gets out here and he doesn't even touch anybody. Like he don't block a damn person. And Jacob's just like, let me just get this back inside here for the tutter. So again, here comes the T screen, right? Love the call. Love screens, slip screens away from tray and trip sets. Man, you talking about getting yourself in isolation over there on the boundary side, on the X side. Phenomenal. There you see Tay Wicks and boundary X again. But look at the guard, just waiting. We're going to hammer this in here. Look at the guard. Jacob said, I'll do it myself.
And this is after they already tried to force it to Jacobs on a middle screen there the play before.
Yeah.
So love that Matt. They knew it. Matt talked about it in his interviews. They knew that record was going on and that they were conscientious of wanting to get it broken. So I'm happy that they did. But yeah, you said it right there. Ryan just kind of shuffles over 3 times. I'm eyeing you up, linebacker. If you come near me, I'm going to get you. And
and look, I mean, all that space in the middle, in the middle of the field is, I mean, look at this right here. Tim, you and I could have scored on this play. Look at all this space out here, bro.
Oh, yeah.
What a play call. Matt LaFleur, dude, in his bag.
I was screaming as soon as the ball was snapped. I was screaming at my wife, receiving touchdown.
There it is.
You could just see it develop.
Yeah. And
Just
the whole
love
game, I'm screaming, run the ball. Once we got down there inside the 10, I'm going, throw that ball to Josh, please.
And can you just rewind it just 5 seconds there? I'm sorry. Just want to mention here our GOAT, the Tucker Kraft. Just go ahead and play it from here. As Jacobs is going in to score, Tucker Kraft was talking about this in his interview. He saw that. He goes, I don't know what Jacobs was doing, man. He got too excited, dropped the ball. He said, I had to pick that thing up, make sure that he didn't lose it. Watch, Josh Jacobs gets so excited, wants to do the Lambeau leap drop. Look at our boy A5. Whoa.
Bro.
That's your touchdown, sir. We need to take that, and we're taking that over the sideline.
And also
Beautiful.
Jay Money's 50th. And if you caught Josh Jacobs in the locker room, he talked about his first receiving touchdown and, you know, what it meant. And he said he's going to give that ball to Jordan Love because it was his 50th.
And
so tells you a little bit about your teammates, right?
He did say that, Tim, because I heard Matt saying, Matt said, if I know Jordan, he's going to want Josh to have that ball.
Right. So they're both going to be like, no, you have it. No, you have it. You
cut it down the middle. Each of you get half.
What's hilarious, too, is Josh Jacobs is the one in Tennessee that sprinted from the sideline to get the ball.
And that's what I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're building
crazy. This team is wild.
Building a team, not collecting talent. Bill Belichick 101. Shout out to United Bates for the super chat. Appreciate it, boys. Says hit the like if you love puppies, cheese, freedom, or the Green Bay Packers. No pressure.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
Well, thanks for the super chat, Bates. Appreciate you, man. If y'all would hit that like button, we greatly appreciate it. All right, next play. So again, that was Josh Jacobs's first touchdown catch of his career. And what do he have? Like over 40 touchdowns already? Just his first reception, all right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was his first receiving touchdown with the amount of yards. He broke the amount of yards. He was like over 1,500 yards or something like that too.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, so next play, no surprise, it was our PTA player of the week, Eric Wilson. Here's a pass breakup. You're going, why are you showing a pass breakup from a linebacker? Because it happened in the third quarter, 6:59 left on another 3rd and 5 play. These are the plays that kept ending these drives for Houston that were absolutely huge. Green Bay's leading 21-19 at this point. The play call is nickel 4-2-5 double barrel sugar again, cover 3, or 23 bluest coverage, one of the two. All right, you take your pick. Or it's Tampa 2 TE right nickel fire here. Okay, and I mentioned both because sometimes you watch the tape and you go, okay, there's one guy out of place here. Unless the coach has told him you specifically do this, he probably freelance. Surprise, surprise, Jair freelance a little bit. It's my guess. So, again, we're going to go, or it's Tampa 2 TE right. So the TE right, we talked about it earlier. What you're going to have is the tackle engaging, and Gary's going to loop back into the middle. All right. And Tampa 2, let's see where Eric Wilson is. Eric Wilson's actually going to fade over here and play a mid zone. So your Tampa 2's got to come from this direction here. So I imagine that your Tampa 2 is Keyshawn, another invert, right?
Yep,
and we're going to fire him.
X is up on the line again.
Yep. And you guys are going, okay, why is Eric Wilson covering the curl flat? Because we're actually firing Javon Bullard on a nickel blitz.
So the lines are so the zones are just getting bigger, but you still have to cover the same general area. Your just zone is bigger the more rushers you're sending.
Yeah. So the reason I think it might not have been Tampa 2 and actually cover 3 is because you don't see Xavier over here, right? Or not Xavier. You don't see Evan Williams over here. He's closer to that middle third, but
right.
John just kind of squats on this play. But again, you're going to see there's sugar. And look at that sugar right there, right? So right here, Stroud's going, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential blitzers on this play. Now let's see who actually blitzes. Nichols blitzing, right? The backers are dropping out. Look at Enigbare. Remember what our boy – so this actually should be 55 drop along with this look. You know, earlier we were showing 91, Preston Smith dropping, so he's going to do a jab step. And I think he's going to drop into coverage here as well. Yep. Now look at Eric Wilson here. So he's kind of playing that curl flat. And you see what I mean? Like, if this is designed for Xavier to cover deep half over here, I just have a hard time believing that's the call, invert 2. So I think Ja was supposed to cover here. Thank God Stroud doesn't have time or see it, but butt naked through the trailer park. I believe that's Stephon Diggs right here. You're going to see it because Ja just kind of squats. See what I'm saying? That should have been 6, boys. Am I the only one seeing this?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. And right there, he looks like he's in a panic mode. Keep playing it for a second.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think Ja was supposed to be playing cover 3, and he's just watching the quarterback, and he's watching that route concept underneath, and he gets cooked there. But thank God, though, watch Eric Wilson, man. Just dude does it all, man. He does it all. Just a hand on it. Bang. Like pass breakups, sacks the quarterback twice, making tackles. I mean, just a phenomenal job. I hate to say it because I love Quay so much, but he really didn't miss a beat without Quay. And that's just – it's tough to accept that. But Eric Wilson is just playing better fundamentally. Much smaller sample size of snaps, no doubt.
Yeah.
But, again, Eric Wilson just making plays, man.
He's the most experienced guy in that linebacker core. He really is. He's our veteran back there, so he played like it for sure on Sunday.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, look at our boy playing deep. He's looking to cover the seam if he needs to. There's no threat there, so he just going to square up. Eric Wilson, great play on the ball. Another third down, shut down this time by Eric Wilson in coverage. Love to see it. All right, so again, Green Bay was leading 21-19. They got the ball back, went 3 and out, led to a Green Bay punt. Now we're going third quarter, 1:56 left, 3rd and 8 at Green Bay's 44-yard line. The Packers are still leading 21-19. We're going nickel, 4-2-5, double barrel again. This time it's cover 1, will mock fire. All right, so both guys are going to fire on this play, on this double barrel look. We're going to roll it forward. You're going to see as they get Stephon Diggs over in place. You can tell it's man coverage because they're following. Now you're showing that double barrel look. Both of these guys this time are blitzing. All right, so they're both going to blitz on this play. You already see 29 Xavier belling out. I think he might be your single high safety on this play. So roll the tape. They're both blitzing, so you're actually bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this play. Notice Edger and Cooper. So Eric Wilson's going to get the sack, but watch Edge run this twist. He's going to smack the center into the guard and free it up for Eric Wilson to come clean. Like, what an unselfish play. Bang in the hip, bang. Never had a chance, man. Never had a chance. Was there any other stunts that I missed there on that play? Did you see any stunting going on there, or was it just a straight up everybody one gap go? Let's see if we can get eyes on it here again. I love the late sugar too.
Late, yeah, super late double mug.
So no stunts, everybody just rushing, right? So
yeah, the only stunt was just that twist between the backers.
Yep, and you see Rashawn Gary pressing the outside of the pocket, Enigbare pressing the outside of the pocket. Everybody knows where the rush lane is. Everybody knows where the rush lane is. And then, of course, you're going to have 56. If he comes clean and he tries to scramble left, 56 is going to be there. And if he tries to tuck it up the middle, you're covered there with Eric Wilson, which he didn't even have a shot to do that. Eric Wilson just bang. I love how C.J. Stroud just laid down too.
Mm-hmm. You know.
See you later. So here you go. Eric Wilson with the sack on a 3rd and 8. Obviously, yeah. So that forces the punt. Green Bay gets the ball back. They punt again. So this defense, man, they had their work cut out for them all day long, and they rose to the occasion all day long. So now we've got 4th quarter, 11:48 left at their own 45-yard line, 2nd and 8. This is the Edgerrin Cooper run stuff. Green Bay's leading 21-19. We showed this on Twitter. We showed on the show last night. We're in a 4-3 over. So you find the tight end side, and the defense is shaded 1 tech, 3 tech, 2 the strong side. All right, that's what over means. So 4-3 over, and I want you to key in on our boy Edgerrin Cooper, how he's going to blow this up. They're going to, I think, do a little cheat motion, and it's going to be a lead block here and a design run outside. But they're never going to get there because Edgerrin Cooper is just going to fire in, and he's not even going to worry about the ball carrier. He's going to attack the blocker and blow him completely up on this play. And again, this is important because it was a 2nd and 8 play that would lead to a 3rd and long where they were going to have to punt. All right. So watch Edgerrin Cooper here. No hesitation. He reads it right here. You know how easy it would be to just go forward, right? Just try to get in the backfield. But he reads the momentum in this lead block out here. So watch him hop outside and meet the block. He's actually going to tackle the ball carrier through the blocker. Bang. Dude's so physical, man. He's so fired up, dude.
Look at him right there. He knows.
Oh, yeah.
He knew he did it.
Because, again, it's designed to have 86 block outside, right? Not only does he take on that hat, he blows up the block.
Yeah, it almost looked like a toss crack because the wide receiver came down and really tried to wall off there. And you're thinking you got numbers. Yep. No siree.
Yeah, and it's all because Edgerrin Cooper just playing aggressiveness. That burst, dude. We kept saying in the offseason, is he gonna show that kind of athleticism? Is he gonna show that kind of instinct that he put on college tape in the pros? You're seeing it every week. Bang. Just a great job, man. Phenomenal job. So again, there's another rookie stepping up. We showed you earlier Evan Williams with the 2-point conversion stuff. Now you've got rookie linebacker Edgerrin Cooper blowing up that outside run with the lead block. Just phenomenal job. Houston,
2 of my favorite picks from this draft for sure.
Oh,
Got to be Evan Williams and Edgerrin Cooper for sure.
No doubt about it, man. So Houston would punt, then Green Bay would punt. Houston would drive down, kick a field goal, take the lead 22-21. That's going to lead us to the next play. One of the most important plays of the day. It's a 12-yard pass to Romeo Doubs, who was just money all day long. And let's talk about it here again. 1 minute left in the game. You're at midfield, 50-yard line, okay, or the 49 technically. 2nd and 10 play, and this is Romeo just doing Romeo things again. Now we got him back in his original spot. Boundary X. This is the boundary, the short side of the field. That's what you refer to as the field side, right? So the play call is 11 gun, Trey left, T weak, digs, Y post, X slant, T shoot. All right. And here is the play altogether. Digs is real simple. Just going to be a double dig right here. These guys are going to run a double dig together. And then you're going to have Y posts. So find your Y right here is just going to run a post route. So that's going to occupy that single high safety, obviously. And then the X is just going to run a slant route and show off those strong hands. T shoots real simple. It's just diagonal to the sideline underneath. So what you have here, if you're Jordan Love, is you can read the left side and you've got those two digs you can hammer. If for some reason they go zero or they go split safety, if they're sugaring and it ends up being cover two, you got a seam shot for the post. And then if they stay in this same look with like a cover one man with a single high safety, then you're going to hit Romeo Dobbs on that slant. And that's where he goes with the football. Game on the line, think player, not play. That player that Jordan Love thinks about is Romeo Dobbs, man, because of those hands. 2nd 10, watch him. Sees the seam, knows it ain't there, middle field close. Dobbs, great route, never had a shot, man. Great hands, haul it in. Now you're in field goal range. Congratulations. Romeo Dobbs, Tim. Aren't you glad they didn't run him off like some people were screaming?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm totally glad that we were right. We were right. It's okay. We were right not to overreact with that situation. We knew what was our first reaction when we heard about that whole thing was it didn't sound like Romeo Dobbs, right? Complaining about not getting targets and all, his involvement in the offense. It just didn't sound like him. And we see time and time again, man, he's about this team. He's about making plays, and he does it without a lot of fanfare. He does it quiet as kept, but he's consistent, and he is the contested catch king. I think him and Tucker Kraft are probably the kings of the contested catch on this offense. And, you can't understate how valuable this play right here is. I mean, he ran a really good route, hands on the ball, secures the catch, gets us in field goal range. We don't get a catch there. I don't know how this game ends for us. We needed it.
And Emilio, look at this throwing lane. Like, watch Jordan. Talk about a game of inches. But look at that. Like,
and they've been doing that. They kind of were doing that all game, getting their hands up. I think it was on Josh mic'd up. I think he was talking about punching them. You got to punch them in the stomach when they go up there to try to keep their hands down. But absolute rifle. This is after Romeo ran that deep cross at the beginning, almost through the pick, right? That was Romeo, that first pass. So he went to him, 3 times on this drive? 1 incompletion, 2 catches. That's trust right there. That's, who you're going to in a moment of need. And then poor Tucker Kraft down here, I think the turf monster got him. Whoa.
It did, yep.
Yeah.
I've seen that too, man. On the we got to take it back just for giggles here. Watch Tucker down the seam here. Again, he's going to run that Y post, so you're going to look for him to kind of get skinny down on this post route. And
same one he scored on, basically.
Yeah, watch Tucker. I think he realized, all right, it's middle field close. I'm going to take a break on this play. I'm going to get me a breather.
I'm going to sell this. I'm selling this one.
And he's just
I'm selling the whole route, yeah.
We got a sniper in the stadium, boys. Oh, man. But again, Romeo Dobbs stepping up big, man. 2nd and 10 play there for 12 yards. Going to set you up for the game winner, man.
With 50 seconds on the clock, so huge.
Yeah. So, and you guys know what play we're going to end with here, and it's the Brandon McManus 45-yard field goal to win it. And you got to give Daniel Whelan so much credit, man, for handling this snap. We'll see it from the end zone cam. You'll be able to see it a lot clearer, but just a beautiful game winner. Bad snap, but, man, what a great job getting that thing through. You'll see it right here real big time. If you guys didn't watch the show last night, watch Daniel Whelan handle the snap here. You're going to notice that thing is going to hit him in the right knee, and watch him corral this thing, man. Game on the line. Bang, down, laces out, perfect tilt. McManus, too, it kind of looks like, okay, he pulled it to the left a little bit, but look at that pressure coming off the edge, too. He has to hesitate just a touch. He knows exactly where the pressure's coming from. Bang.
You could see it as he leaned into his approach. Kickers are ritualistic, and he has a certain way that he approaches the ball. And you could just see he kind of exaggerated it a little bit to give Whelan time to get that ball down. Right there. See him leaning?
Yep.
And then he takes a step and drives through. So, which is probably why it was a little left. Plus, coming off the his right, the left of the defense. Yeah, right in that area. Right as TJ's celebrating, we had a guy that got around that corner there. So, McManus wants that ball left so it's not going to get blocked.
Is that Zach Tom just sitting there with his elbow down, like laid out with his elbow up, trying to take in the view just to the left of Slayton there? Yeah.
My man over here smoking a stogie. It's Victory Monday, baby. You kidding me? We're on to Victory Monday. There you go. I should have been an artist. Bob Ross Jr. over here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Who?
You know who Bob Ross is. You know, everybody knows who Bob Ross is.
I just meant you saying that you're an artist.
Oh, well, yeah. Fair point. Very fair point. All right, so let's do this. Since we just showed the game winner, let's go to the old X machine here. All right, and a little bonus footage for you guys and gals. Let's see who tweeted this out. Make sure we give credit where credit is due. I thank the bank for the money. Thank God for you. They'll Sawyer Brown for you there, Brooke. It out on the fly. Barks at Gaffa Barks from inside Lambeau Field. Let's go a little full screen here as much as we can. You can see them going down for the Lambeau Leap, obviously. So, again, shout out to at Gaffa Barks, who tweeted that out. Ain't nothing like Lambeau, boy, especially for a walk-off win.
You feel that energy right there.
Yes, sir. Man, we got a bunch of people in there. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Thank y'all so much. If you would, hit that like button. Feel free to share all that good stuff. Yeah, everybody hanging out. This was a fun one, man. This has been one of the more enjoyable Chalk Talks that we've done. It seems like every week we say that, but every week we got, like last week you got kind of that blowout win. You notice leading up to the Cardinals game, you had some of the talking heads going, well, the Cardinals just beat the 49ers. This could be a trap game, And then they blow the Cardinals out, and it's, well, the Cardinals are a bad football team. All right. This week you'll know. All right. Those same people, you go out and you get a huge dub against a 5-1 team, top 3, top 5 team in the AFC. And now the talk is Jordan Love too reckless with the football?
Mm-hmm.
They're never going to be happy. So, there you go. All right, to the chat. 2-0 for this. Would you rather drink an entire bottle of Evan Williams in one sitting or take a hit from Evan Williams?
I'll drink the bottle, then take the hit.
Hey, tell your grandkids about it, right, Tim?
There you go.
I like it. Good answer. 2-0 for this. Can I do both? That's what United Bates said. The 2-0.
Oh, of course, the Marine. Of course, he wants to take on both challenges. I like it. Salute the Bates for sure.
Now back to that original super chat. Look at me remembering. TC fan earlier said, "Sorry, I know this is a Chalk Talk, but I was thinking today about what a Romeo Doubs contract would look like. I feel like he's going to want to be paid this offseason. We talked about this going into this current season. I was of the opinion you'd go to both him and Christian Watson and say, hey, let's get a deal worked out. And I was saying to the tune of $10 million per year. Now, listen, the wide receiver market is insane. It's nuts, right? You could go to them with that offering early and tack it onto the end of their rookie deal so those cap hits don't hit until later. Obviously, the Packers, that would be way, way, way out of what they do as far as the norm goes. What do you guys think about that? Because now we're to the point where next year is going to be a contract year for both Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson. It's tough, man, because if those dudes, if they both want wide receiver one money, you're not going to be able to give it to them. You're just not going to be able to do it.
Right.
Do it for at a minimum one, but Goody might not even be willing to give those guys number one wide receiver contract money.
His receiving is tough.
Who's he giving that money to, right? Devontae Adams, right? Remember he gave Devontae Adams that contract extension, top wide receiver, top money. I don't see him doing it for Romeo Doubs. I feel like there's a better chance that he gives that contract to Christian Watson than Romeo Doubs. But what's your all's take on it, man? I know nothing's really cut and dry here. And the reality, too, is they have the rights to those guys. They can also make them sweat it out, play their rookie deal out. If they want to hold out, they want to hold out. Great. All right, just miss your paycheck and continue moving on. But we're a little bit ahead of our skis with the conversation, but I like the question. Let's go around the horn with it.
We keep them both, right? No matter what. I think if anyone's going to maybe play out his rookie deal, they may try to get Scoot to do it just because of the injury history and the availability issues. But he's been banged up all year this year, but he's been available. He's I think Scoot missed one game, I think, so far due to injury.
Right, when he got bent back like a pretzel.
Yep. So, and, recovered from that pretty quickly and is, contributing in more ways than one out there on the field. I think Rome is a guy that I don't see him, demanding, top tier, massive contract extension kind of thing. I think as long as you don't insult him, I think he's going to probably sign what you put in front of him if he wants to remain here in Green Bay, which I believe he does. I would love to see a scenario where we keep both of them, but and like you said, we're a little early on this conversation, but it's a great question because Rome isn't the only one who's going to want to get paid, and that's what rookie contracts are like in the NFL, right? You really, for a lot of these guys, this is your shot to get that bag, as they say. So, I just hope Goody works his magic and we figure this out. We have a plethora of wide receivers on this roster. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's one or the other when it came down to Rome or Scoot. We talked about this 3 years ago when they were drafted, that someday we're going to have this problem of how do we keep all of this talent. And this is evident right here with just bringing up this question.
Yeah. And again, his question is, what would that contract look like? Right. Emilio, what's the top dollar you'd be willing to pay for Romeo Doubs to stay in Green Bay?
It's tough.
Right?
$50 million.
Yeah.
I know my number. And if you go for on a per year basis, $10 million is my number for Romeo right now. And he's probably not going to want to hear that because you've got guys that are getting, $25-30 million, right? Yeah. Listen, I love Romeo. He's playing lights out. I had a stat I was going to share. Actually, I got it right here since we're on the conversation. Right here, bang. Oh, let's drop that super chat down real quick. So NFL Talk tweeted out, Packers wide receiver Romeo Doubs over the last 2 games since being suspended, 11 catches, 143 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. Lights out here lately. But here's what it comes down to. Jordan Love, huge contract. That cap hit's going to be hit, right?
Yep.
You're going to be able to free up cap space moving on from like Preston Smith and some other areas, obviously.
We got to pay Zach Tom, though.
You got to pay Zach Tom. Also, the other big thing for me, you got to make a decision on Quay Walker, too. I put Quay personally in the same, actually a tier lower than like a Romeo Doubs and a Christian Watson. I really do. I put him like a tier lower. Like I'm not paying him starting inside linebacker money. I'm just not going to do it. Not how it sits right now. Romeo is kind of the tough one because he's that go-to guy. I think play or not play in those tough situations. But I'm coming at 10 to 15 million per year is the most I would go. But Emilio, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's probably where I would have landed. What are we going to have? I think I saw somewhere around 50 million maybe in cap space by the time next year comes around. I honestly think that if he could get one out of the 2 signed before, then we'd be in decent shape. But if not, I think he's going to let them both play it out to the very end. I think you're going to see them both work that. I mean, if we have a window, you're going to run them out on that rookie contract. Why pay him, if not? And the other thing that, Goot kind of has in his hand is we have other athletes and weapons at the wide receiver room. So if you're going to say I'm going to hold out, or I'm not going to play before I get that, it's going to be kind of tough if your spot gets taken and they keep moving forward. But also I get the other side of it where he just finally got paid and then, dude goes down with the injury, but got that contract. He held out for a reason. He wanted to make sure that he was, taken care of and everything like that, which they got to do, right? It's their job. It's their livelihood. They got to make money too. I get it. So I'm not going to be mad about anybody trying to go get their money. I just would like to keep our, if we could keep our wide receiver room under 30 million, at least on the top 2 or 3, I'd be happy with that. If we could get them both at 12 and somebody at 8 or something like that and go from there, that wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah. And here's the other thing too. Like you're going to be playing 11 personnel and 12 personnel. So 3 wide receivers on the field or 2 wide receivers on the field. You got Jaden Reed, right? You got Tay Wicks. You're still going to have rights to Malik Heath and Bo Melton. So they could be in the fold for a lot cheaper. it's a tough conversation to have. J. Cole says 12 to 13 million heavy incentive base. The earlier you go to Romeo with an offer, the cheaper it's going to be. That's what I was saying, like with him and Christian both. That's why I would be cool with going to both of them. Hey, 10 million per incentive base. You can make a ton of money if you hit these accelerations, on and on. But if it's one of them saying, no, I want 23 million per, I just can't do it, man.
That's tough. Yeah.
Tough luck. So that's the sucky part of the business side of football. But man, I'll tell you, that might be what Romeo was kind of ticked off about too a little bit, was like, hey man, I want to get plenty of opportunities. Don't be taking me off the field because I want to earn my contract too. I want to show you I can be that guy, right? That's got to be frustrating as a player that the ball's getting spread around so much that you're not getting an opportunity to show your full worth. If that was involved in it, it might have been a lot more minute than they reported. But go ahead.
That may be why an incentive-based contract would be difficult for Goody in this scenario. It's just because of the talent pool you have. How are guys going to hit their marks? Everybody's playing team ball right now, selfless football. So if you got guys going after yards or catches or tutters and trying to hit their incentive thresholds, it's going to be tough to do in an offense like this where, everybody touches the ball so much.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's go to the chat. We got some people reacting here. I want to see what they've got to say. Drew D says only the elite wide receivers can hold out. It's a very good point. I love Dobbs, but he isn't that. Yeah, I don't think he would hold out. I don't. That's why I think what Emilio's saying there too is like Goody takes it all the way to the end to prove it all the way to the very end, right?
I don't think Scoot holds out either.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. He doesn't. I think Scoot, if he stays healthy, he's going to crank this thing up. This is just me personally. And you're going to be looking up next year and going, damn, we got to get this guy a contract. Yep. We can't let him go. Because he does, man. I mean, you've seen it earlier. Just that jet motion, 4 defenders cheated to that side of the field. When you stretch the field vertically, if you run a dagger concept, boy, that dig route is wide open, especially if you've got Christian Watson in the 2. I understand the injury stuff. I get it. It's frustrating, so I understand that side of the argument as well. But 2-0 for this says Zach Tom, Tucker Kraft, Romeo Dobbs, and Reed are the ones, in my opinion, are must sign. So with the blueprint that I kind of create teams with, like just playing around, little mock building of what was it Lombardi called it? He had a term for it, Emilio. I'm trying to think. Michael Lombardi talked about planning out your team. What have you?
Oh, yeah.
You can't pay more than 2 receivers. You just can't do it.
Right.
You can have
blueprint.
A max. Yeah, the blueprint. A max of 2 wide receivers, right, on a good chunk contract, and everyone else has got to be on those minimums, right? That's just the way that draws out. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you on.
We found Wicks in the 4th. We found Dobbs in the 4th, 5th. We can make that happen in the future. And now that everybody is coming out as a wide receiver. You're playing 7-on-7 since you're 6. You have a lot of opportunity to catch the ball. So it could be something in the future, and it just is something that churns through. You never know. I feel like maybe we just have to pick a position that we can churn through and lock up the rest. We have Elton. We got Zach Tom. There's a lot on the offense that needs to be paid is the issue.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. We already hit on that. Blah. Coach Lynn, we may need to pay Josh Myers.
Here's the guy.
Coach Lynn, he played well last week, no doubt. I am not paying Josh Myers. That's just me personally, man. Listen.
What if he plays lights out the rest of the year? What if he's out there just, pancaking dudes?
That's what it would take. You know what I mean? If he performed the way he did against Houston, and this is why I like what Coach Lynn says, if he plays the way he did against Houston the rest of the year, I have no problem with re-signing. But, I'm from Kentucky. You got to show me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been ugly. But, man, you seen it on that tape there. He was a dog on Sunday. That might be the best game of his career, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. So I get it, Coach. And, again, that's how I feel about the center position, tier 2 of importance on offense. It's the only tier 2 of importance on offense for me. That should be their top priority, is finding that center. Now, the reason I'm hesitant on Josh Myers, first of all, you guys know how I feel about it, watching the tape, PFF grades, everything taken into consideration. But the comment was made coming out of 1265 this past year, the center of the future is already in the building. That's what they were told. That's what the Packer insiders were told. So is that Elton? Is that Jacob Monk? Is that, who knows who it is, right? Hell, it could be Sean Ryan. I don't know. But it sounds like when I heard that and it kept getting regurgitated through the sports media in Green Bay, kind of made me feel like, okay, yeah, unless Myers does play lights out, he's probably going to be gone after this year, would be my guess. They'll at least let him test the market. And if he doesn't get $6-7 million on the market, then yeah, go get him, right? Bring him back. I think with his athleticism, though, there's going to be other people that had a really high grade on him coming out of the draft, and they're going to pay him top dollar. So let's see. We'll clean these up real quick and get y'all out of here. Harry Cheese, Dobbs has the surest hands of all the wide receivers. I don't think there's any denying that. I really don't. Drew D says, for me, it's easy. I would much rather have Dobbs than Watson, no question. So Drew D's going with the hands and that boundary X as opposed to the speed and stretch in the field. Nothing wrong with that, man.
Well, and it's a good point because Scoot isn't the only one who can stretch the field for us, right? We've got some guys that have speed. Bo Melton comes to mind, like you said, guys that we have rights to. So I can see if you got to pick one, I could see why he's leaning towards Rome for sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Because I don't know, man. If you put Christian Watson in the boundary X and you just have him playing in that phone booth, you're really not maximizing his superpower, right?
Yep.
So I get
so
it.
True.
2-0 for this win. It with this says Emilio holds out his hands for cannolis. Love it. Absolutely love it. Last thing, we found the origin of they better come out with their piss hot. Now, you guys, the hot piss comments we keep hearing about. Obviously, we play that one that was with Larry McCarron where.
Yeah, our guys better wake up with their piss hot, like I said before. So.
That was not the first time he said it.
That's why he said, like I said before.
Yep. The great Wes Hodkowitz tweeted this out. Totally forgot. A Mike Spofford question elicited the hot piss retort. Hot giggle. Hashtag hot giggle is what he said. But here we go. This is the first time he ever said it.
Any message to the team as you guys make this transition now to like the new kickoff?
Yeah, I said they got to wake up with their piss hot. So, you just got to be ready to go, and that's reality. That is the way it is.
One get his piss hot.
It's just a mentality. It's a mentality.
How does one get his piss hot? Is what Rob asked.
Yeah,
mentality. So
it's practice preparation equals game readiness. That's how they get their piss hot.
Yeah. Or you just look at this picture right here. That's all it takes.
That's all you need right there, man. And then we found the origins of Jair Alexander's celebration. I don't know, guys. This is the first time hearing of this. I missed this completely. Everybody's saying it's a seatbelt, right? Strap City, right? Putting the seat. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you guys. Get up on your slang.
Do it for me, Emilio.
He's sitting in a rocket chair, right? You got to strap him in with the seatbelt. Is that what you're talking about?
No, he's saying like Strap City, like, get the strap.
Yeah.
Figure it out, right? He said it's a sword. There are many weapons out there, but he said it's a sword, I guess, right?
Yeah, so here's what Jair said originally about the celebration.
People call it the seatbelt celebration.
Seatbelt, no, it's a sword.
That's what I was.
It's a sword. It's a sword.
It's a sword. You can be strapped up with a sword.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right,
you'd be strapped up with pepper spray, whatever. He's just what it is.
When he's doing the whole, is he putting the sword back in the sheath?
Yeah. It's probably a two-hander, long sword.
Yeah,
gladiator using the shield.
See, I'm old enough to remember the Nick Barnett days where he would come out swinging the sword and then put it back over the back, right?
Wow.
So, same thing.
Yeah, but Barnett was using the shield. Remember, he had a club on his hand half the time. He couldn't use his other hand to grab that sword.
I remember that.
So Jaws he's got two hands on that thing. It's like his lightsaber.
You guys remember the Nick Barnett mouthpiece too? Do y'all remember that?
Yep.
That was the best. I'm gonna show you real quick, and we'll get out.
Man, Nick Barnett, man, miss that guy.
Yeah, his mouthpiece was awesome. If you guys have never seen this,
what do you wear? 56, right? We got another dog at 56 now.
Yep.
My man, he was a dog. He was middle linebacker for a long time. He ended up getting hurt. I think he might have, believe it or not, actually been on the roster when they won the Super Bowl. I didn't know that till the other day. Somebody mentioned it, but Let's see. They trying to get me to accept cookies here. Ain't gonna happen, buddy. Ain't gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen to my computer if I click yes. No, sir.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
See if we can get this up here. So there it is.
Yeah,
That was the Mount PC War back in the day. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Woo! Loved it, man. Loved it. Had the vampire hair on too.
I was just gonna say, it looked like Eddie Murphy, Vampire in Brooklyn, right?
This show sucks. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. We went a little long, but Chalk Talk's always a blast. I can't believe there's this many people still watching. Yeah, I need y'all to get a life, man. Don't depend on us for entertainment. You're going to be let down time and time again. So, Emilio, Tim, y'all got anything else, man?
Nothing.
Go Pack,
Chalk
go, man.
Talk Tuesday as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was fun, dude. Fun. So tomorrow we'll be back with the injury reports. Obviously, we've got a bunch of other stuff queued up. A lot of really cool stats coming down the way here for Jordan Love. Things that, I mean, he's been mentioned with names like Dan Marino and others. Pretty wild statistics. So obviously, it's going to be a fun ride here as we get on into the season. So that being said, Tim, help me out, man.
Oh no. Oh, there it is.
For those of you listening on the pod,
Tim, I got to do it to you.
Sit your butt outside.
Hey, thank you for making us part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. And go Pack, go.
Heard it from a fan right here.